Hello rally friends, we're at the Brighton Domain. What does that mean? It means that the 2025 edition of the Otago Rally is done and least well and truly dusted. What a week we've had here. It's been magnificent in terms of the weather, hasn't it?
It's amazing, isn't it?
It does make
it really does, makes such a difference.
It makes an enormous difference, and it's added to the excitement and the drama. Final day here, it was a long day. We had 7 stages, we had 144 kilometres, and at the start of the day we had a tremendous three-way battle for the lead. Remind us of who those 3 drivers were, Lise.
Wow, we had Robbie and Jack so close, and Ben just hanging there. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. And you know what? That lead changed hands a couple of times through the morning. Jack Stokes once again impressed us out there this morning. He set some incredible stage times, and for a while we actually thought, can the dream come true? Can Jack Stokes actually win this one? Fortunately not.
No.
He had a wee problem. What was the problem he had?
It was to do with, I think there was a stick through the radiator. Yeah, unfortunately. So mechanical, but borderline mechanical.
But you've got to say, the quality of his driving this weekend, the level-headedness of his approach, the speed at which he adapted to that car, it bodes really, really well for the future and for his future endeavours.
Oh, absolutely. And as I keep saying, the new pair with the co-driver they obviously worked really, really well together. It can only get better and better. To come out of the box just like that is phenomenal.
That's the really encouraging thing for Jack Stokes and the Stokes team, isn't it? You know, he's been super competitive here on maybe the most challenging rally of the year.
Yes.
And he will get better. If I was Ben Hunt, if I was his brother Robbie, I'd be worried.
Yes, absolutely. I would be too.
Wow. But he did unfortunately not make it to the end, which was terribly disappointing. But what did that mean? It meant we went into the final stage of the rally with Ben Hunt and Robbie Stokes with 0.1 of a second between them. Now,
phenomenal.
You know, we've come to Curry Bush in recent years gone by, and there's been minutes between first and second. Lisa, it set us up for a fantastic final stage.
Oh, wasn't it just amazing? I mean, it's a hard enough stage on its own, but to have that added pressure of everything rested on that final stage, that's just perfect.
But what I found quite remarkable was that when Ben Hunt came through, he had no idea what the gap was at the start. He said, I didn't want to know, and I didn't realise it was 0.1 of a second. I just drove the stage that I wanted to drive. Wow. It was an incredibly level approach from him, but that's what we expect from Ben Hunt.
That's right, and that's how they get where they are. It's about beating yourself and doing your best and putting the best you can in, and that's as good as you are. That's what you've put up. That's awesome.
Ben did come through first. He had to wait until Robbie came through, and you know what? It was just, I love those moments at stop lines where you don't know who's going to win. It did go to Ben Hunt, and Robbie Stokes was enormously disappointed. But you'll look back in a day or two and you'll think, yeah, I drove a great event, because the two of them were magnificent.
We've never won Otago, we've been so close many times, but I don't actually know what the difference was, but Robbie and his brother Jack, awesome all weekend. 2.7 seconds, that's all that was in it.
It really is incredible. So many congratulations to Ben Hunt, to Robbie Stokes, to Jack Stokes, but also to Jack Hawkswood, who finished in 3rd place. It was a difficult event for Jack, Lisa. He won here last year. It just didn't go his way early on, but he again showed some good pace, some good tenacity to stick in there and get a good result for the championship.
Absolutely, and he hasn't done rallies for quite a while, since a couple of beginning of last year, so it takes a while to get your seat back to where you're used to and get in the rhythm. So really, really a big push on Waipori from him, I think.
Yeah.
That's where he took over Josh, and very sensible again. Just he's finished. That's a good thing.
I think it's great for New Zealand rallying. We're seeing these youngsters getting the opportunity now to showcase exactly what they can do, and there's some real depth of talent coming through in New Zealand rallying.
Yes.
Now, wonderful stuff. Congratulations to all our finishers in the main class. The classics, Lise.
Yes.
We were watching the battle. We were enjoying, clearly, Chris Meek doing such a good job. He had a massive lead at the start of the day, but he had these issues out there today.
Exactly. And all of a sudden, Dean's sitting there. Of course, that's Dean. He's ready and waiting. Perfect.
Dean Buist seems to have his own approach to rallying.
Yes.
He's got a very interesting approach to pace notes. Not sure he actually uses them. He does, but he just uses them almost as a little safety net, doesn't he?
He does.
But he drove his own event, Dean Buist, and Chris had a puncture, he had an intercom failure. He lost 4 minutes or so. And Beers just went about things beautifully, didn't make any mistakes, didn't do anything silly.
Yes.
And he gets, what win did you work it out as? His 4th win, I think it is.
Yes, 4th.
4th win.
Fourth win.
Congratulations, Dean.
It's good, yeah. But lucky, really.
It's never lucky.
That's the number plate. Have you not seen the number plate?
No, tell me.
It's Ari's 1977 IF 780.
Oh, there's something special in that, isn't there?
There is.
But it shows you had a plan right from the start and you stuck to it.
Well, I knew I couldn't beat those guys, so you just got to try and beat the rest. And unfortunately for Chris, it didn't go his way.
Second was Chris Meek. He did manage to get himself back into second place.
What a rally, honestly. We had our trouble this morning. At one stage it all went with a puncture and lost the intercom and everything, but if there's one thing to do in your life, it's to do Otago Rally, and Mark T. Escort is simply sublime.
Gonna try and come back next year?
I'll be back, that's for sure.
And Ari Pettigrew, we talk about young drivers with talent. He's got prodigious amounts of talent. Good to see him on the podium in Classics.
Absolutely. Isn't it? It's so good to see some of these young competitors so far up on podiums. That's perfect.
Talking about the Classics, Lise, we have to talk about the 4-wheel drives. What a drive from the winner, Tim Smith. First on the road all weekend. That was impressive.
Absolutely. He's just amazing in that vehicle. Gets the maximum out of it.
He does. And you could tell at the end there how much it meant to him. It was wonderful.
This year it's finally happened. I'm so happy.
You know what? You've done it the hard way. You have been first on the road for the whole rally. That must be incredibly satisfying.
Oh, it's so good. I know it's so good to have the pace, and I can't thank Dad and Juddy and everyone for such a massive role in making this happen. It's so good.
And then obviously our all-comers.
Yes.
Now, who won the all-comers? Remind me.
That was James Worker.
Another
Spectacular. Every time we saw him, he was on the edge.
Been away goal for a few years, so yeah, finally ticked her off, and no, awesome. Mags has been perfect. Notes perfect.
And then there was more, Lise.
Yes.
We got that incredible sight of Paddon in that Hyundai World Rally car. That was special.
Very special, wasn't it?
But as a New Zealander, and you've been involved in New Zealand rallying for so long, I mean, 10 years ago, Argentina, that win must have been incredible for you. But to see that car here in New Zealand, there were so many people on the stage watching.
And that's what I think makes it so special for us. We were with Hayden at the top. We're all up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Just can't believe it happened. But to have that car and actually have him driving it here on that stage, best ever.
It was just wonderful. What a way to conclude the 2025 edition of the Otago Rally. I'd have to say my highlight this weekend has been you, Lisa. It's been magnificent working with you. How much have you enjoyed it? You seem to have enjoyed it.
Great. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Well, I have to say thank you, a massive thank you. Your knowledge, your experience, just your company has been wonderful this weekend, and we really appreciate it. It has been great. Big thanks to all our crews, all our competitors. A big thanks to the Oakley brothers who put on the most magnificent event. This really is a world-class rally. It is one of the very best in the world. And once again, all of us at Black Magic Media have just been delighted to actually say that we could be involved, that we could play our little part in perhaps taking the story of this glorious event to the world. It has been wonderful. We're going to go off and enjoy the sunshine, enjoy this wonderful coastline here in Dunedin. Thank you very much for joining us. From all of us here at the Otago Rally, we'll see you next year.